Hi, I'm Scott Davis and welcome to New World Birth. By accessing this presentation, you're inviting me to share this information regarding this challenging yet very hopeful time we're currently living in. This is the prenatal care for the birth of a new world age report for Gregorian date of March 9th, 2011, One Deer in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. This is also the opening day of the Univesal cycle and the 9th wave of the Mayan tune calendar, a story 16.4 billion years in the making, and I'm celebrating this event by offering a free download of a portion of a most recent workshop that I taught discussing the details of the upcoming Univesal cycle. I'll talk more about that later on in this report. Back to the Tzolkin calendar. One Deer is shamanic, intuitive, service-oriented, instinctual. The ritual of the deer dance symbolizes the sanctity and balance between the people and nature. The energy of deer is to rise above limitations of living a life only on the physical plane. This is a time to connect with spirituality through ceremony, dance, ritual, and being in nature. And right at the beginning of the Univesal cycle on March 9th, we have the astrological transit field of Mercury joining Uranus, and then Mercury moving into Aries. This is the energy of awakening, but it also can be somewhat overwhelming. On March 11th, then Uranus also moves into Aries, which is the sort of the underlying theme of the 9th wave time period. In the words of Barbara Clow, it's an uncontrollable yet sometimes joyful chaos. On March 19th, we have the full moon opposite the Sun and Uranus. On the 20th, we have the vernal equinox. On the 21st, the Sun joins Uranus in Aries. The major message of the astrological transit field is about radical new beginnings and intense change. And with Pluto in Capricorn, we can expect the continued collapse of structures like banks and governments and large organizations. From a human design perspective, we have activations in the I Ching hexagram 10, treading, and in the hexagram 57, the gentle, which makes the channel of the perfected form, which is about survival, not only on a physical level, but also in our integrity. We also have an activation in the hexagram 30, the clinging fire, which is about dissolving our desire to continue to hold on to things from the past that no longer suit us. We have an activation in the hexagram 48, the joyous, which is about improving patterns in our lives. When I think about these other systems in relation to the Mayan calendar, I keep thinking about how important it is to be in our authentic self, how to embrace change, how to let go of the past, and really evolve into the person we've always been, but just never really recognized. On March 9th, we have the beginning of the first day of the Univesal cycle. The tune calendar cycle goes through 13 stages on each level, and the stages go day 1, and then night 1, and then day 2. And the days are about periods of opening of new consciousness. The nights are periods of application and sometimes backlash against the new consciousness of the previous day. Each of these periods is going to last 18 days during the Univesal cycle. So the first day period is from March 9th until March 26th. The first day is about sowing seeds. The Univesal cycle is about unity, consciousness, and conscious co-creation. I plan on using this time period to visualize and resonate with co-creation through unity as my seed planting practice. For more information about Carl Koloman's description of the Mayan calendar, you can find that at the treeoflifecelebration.com, which has links to Carl Koloman's website, also to Mayan Magics and other great resources for information about the Mayan calendar. Anyway, the energy of the ninth wave is 20 times as intense as the previous wave. And when I think about waves, I think about being a kid at the ocean and diving with the wave to body surf towards the beach. The ninth wave is here to transform everything. So it's better to go with the flow than try to resist the change and be pummeled into the sand. This is a time to embrace change and blossom into those people we've been waiting for. As I've stated before, the Mayan tune calendar is like a 16.4 billion year pregnancy. With the beginning of the ninth wave, we have just felt the first contraction announcing that we are about to give birth to a new world age on October 28, 2011. I believe that we all chose to incarnate during this period of time on this planet. We're here during an amazing opening for consciousness, and we're experiencing a once-in-many-lifetime opportunity. This will be a time of new balance, a return to the feminine, a balance of east and west, a balance of action and receptivity, a balance of left and right-mindedness, and we will all experience the more possibility, and according to the teachings of Barbara Hand Clow, the opening in 9 dimensions of consciousness. This is an important time to take care of ourselves physically and emotionally. It's also time to take care of our environment and planet, and to make time for the things that are spiritual in our lives. As I've mentioned before, at the beginning of this report, I will send you a free MP3 of a portion of my March 6th workshop that discusses the various stages of the universal cycle in detail. In order to receive this audio file, just send me an email request to newworldbirth@yahoo.com, and that's New World Birth, just all one word. Thank you for checking out New World Birth. I hope you share this information with anybody who you think could benefit from it. The next segment of prenatal care will be on March 22nd. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And I, as always, invite you to email me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.